Left, left.
Set her down right there.
Manatees on the move.
Stressful to watch. It's no easy task either. Two Cincinnati Zoo manatees now have a new home in SeaWorld Orlando.
They were part of the zoo's landmark manatee rehabilitation program. The goal, of course, obviously to eventually get them back into the wild.
9 on your side got an exclusive look behind the scenes as zookeepers, that is, got Miles and Matthew ready for their long trip.
We're here tonight because we're going to be moving 2 of our Florida manatees down to SeaWorld Orlando in order to help facilitate their eventual reintroduction back into the wild.
2, 3.
It's a big logistical challenge. We started these discussions with SeaWorld Orlando and with DHL, who will be moving the animals in July. About 3 months of discussions, figuring out what flight we could get them on, figuring out the timing of those flights, and then we start thinking internally about what we're going to need in order to get them from the pool into the box, into the truck, and to the airport.
Left, left.
These animals were last weighed in mid-August.
Set her down right there.
At that time, Miles weighed about 789 pounds, and Matthew weighed about 704 pounds. We'll keep them wet. We will cover them with blankets and we'll spray them with a spray dock maybe every 20 or 30 minutes. We will also check their breathing, make sure they're breathing as they should be, and just try to keep them comfortable during transit. The manatees that we have at the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Garden were all orphaned manatees who were too young to be on their own. So after a brief period of time at SeaWorld Orlando, they came to the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Gardens Manatee Springs in order to grow big and strong and be able to go back to Florida and back to the wild. You do get attached to them, and they have amazing personalities. They're all different, they're all unique. And the reality is, unlike most zoo animals that are born in the zoo are going to live out their whole lives in the zoo, these animals are going to go back into the habitat that, a habitat where there's a lot of danger for them. So you kind of worry about them and you want them to do well. It's a second chance program. These animals are getting a second chance at life, and that's the important thing. It's an honor to work with these animals and to be a part of this program and to get these guys back to Florida.
And off they went. Well, the zoo has played an important part in manatee rehabilitation over the past few years. The zoo is one of only 2 zoos outside Florida with a program like this. Since 1999, zookeepers have cared for 20 manatees. 14 of them have been released back into the wild.
And now think of this as a 2-for-1 manatee trade. SeaWorld sent back 1 manatee in exchange for Matthew and Miles. An orphan named Truffle Shuffle.
Truffle Shuffle.
There's a video of him already playing
already.
with his new friends, settling into the Queen City. So welcome, Truffle Shuffle.